Good morning, everyone. This is a twist type of video. Um, I'm teaming up with some wonderful people, and I just did an experiment with my phone. Um, Welcome aboard, trendsetters. Um, we're doing something with devices today. I had went live earlier on this phone, and I think I did it for like, you have to do it for so many minutes to get the data, get what's going on. There was nothing. Nobody came in, nothing, period. No traction, no whatsoever. So we did it again like now, and boom. It's because I went in my phone and I did some things to my phone. And this is to people who don't know that there are apps out here that can track when you log on to your devices. And we know the culprit, we know who it is. And that is the reason I went live. I've been doing this for a while. And the reason I do it is because in the background, there are things going on that people are not aware of. So we're teaming up, also working with other officials, because people don't realize that when you do certain things, these are federal crimes that people are committing, and taking people information. You know, that's the reason I said sometimes it's best to not try and go to your neighbor's house or somebody's house that you don't know and walk in the door. Don't knock, don't introduce yourself, don't do none of that. Just it's almost like it's almost like an intruder home breaking in, and that's what this person is doing. Now I went live, and I done did this several times, working with some more people, and they're going to be going live. I'm part of the team. And the reason that I play a key part to it is because of things that you can do. This is why I tell people, if your device go to acting crazy, if you on live, if you doing certain things and all of a sudden it shut down, that's because somebody is trying to tamper with your um for one, they're jealous, envious, and it's almost like they up up in the head, not together. And I'm being nice when I say this. If you're on your device, if you're on your computer and certain things start happening to it, I have shared with people that I'm helping, clean your cache out. Go into your settings on your device, reset your settings. The person is trying to stop your traffic. If you notice that the views, and I've been keeping this a secret, but I am released to talk about this. When your phone or your device, and there I be on different people chats that we are looking at, and I notice that they'll say my device not doing this, and my cell phone or whatever is doing that. It's because of this person. Another thing you can do is unplug your router and let it reset itself. Reset your phone. Clean your cache. I say this stuff for a reason. Make sure people are not using your emails. We had that to happen. I've been keeping this a secret, y'all. This is breakfast with a twist. I've been keeping this a secret for a while now. Um, I don't think people think that there's a digital footprint. I'm talking about everything. And I just don't be saying things on my live streams for nothing. I saw one content creator, her live stream just kept shutting down. That's because that person don't want that person on YouTube. And there are certain content creators I watch, that people just constantly just pick at them for no reason. Just bother them. And I be wanting to help them people so bad. But I couldn't do anything because I was under a NDA with my niece. Um, and we're joining teams, and I'm going to be helping them help other people. That's the reason when people don't know who people are behind the scene, you need to leave certain people alone. When people, they say let a sleeping dog lie, that's what people need to do. Is don't go poking a bear. And when things start to trickle down, don't be talking about, oh, they after me and they trying to do, oh no, baby, you brought this on yourself. You know, and this is why it's breakfast with the twist. I want everybody to clean their cache out. If you on this live stream and you're a content creator, clean your cache. Go into your devices. I don't care if it's a computer, a cell phone. You need to get you some malware. Make sure you're not being tracked, a firewall. You need all of this because everybody in your circle is not for you. I'm released to do this now, and it was better that I didn't get released. I done told y'all on these live streams, anything go on with my family, they come to me. And that's the reason that song says I can be inspirational, but don't bother me. And I meant that when I said it. And it be the people who thinking that behind the scene, you can be in Missouri. You can be traced. The FBI is just not the FBI for nothing. The Pentagon ain't up there for nothing. People in Washington. And it's the people, they call them the dumbest criminals. People got to stop this stuff. That's when I tell you, social media got some of these people going crazy, y'all. They mad at one person because they getting views and chats and money. Another one over here get the chats and the money, the all that. And instead of them focusing on their channel, they worried about what this content creator doing, what that content creator doing. Who a Christian, who not a Christian. Who can say God, who can't say God. You got religion. I'm not into all that. What I'm about is protecting my family at all costs. And when you cross certain lines on social media, there are consequences. I wouldn't be on nobody's channel and saying they sent strikes. I wouldn't be bothering nobody. And the only reason the person came over here is because I started calling the lady my niece. And I guess I'm guilty by association. I don't even know that lady. I put something up about financial literacy, the data show it. And people don't realize there are things that you can put in your content. There are things that you can put on your phones and your computer. It'll track whatever or whoever use it. And this how dumb people are, y'all, on social media. All because they trying to be the hottest thing in the world. And they bit more hot. They not hot. But it gon' as as I saw her post today, it's about to flip. That's when you leave people alone, y'all. I'm telling you. Leave people alone. Do your stuff on social media. And when you go to thinking that, there are all types of crimes. But when you start to dealing with children and things like that, it's not good. It's not good for you. And I can talk about it freely now. And we have teamed up together. And I'm just telling you, don't poke a bear. Let a dog lie. I'm real humble and nice and kind and loving. I love the Lord with all of my heart. And I'll give you the most encouraging words. But when you cross the line, that's where you don't want to go. There are things that have been going on, y'all, that we know about for years. And I'm telling you, is to attack people, content creators who are up there on that pinnacle, who are up there doing what they need to do. They ain't worrying about other people, you know. And I see that there's one particular content creator. Boy, they stay on her. And all that lady do is get up there and do her content. But she'll reveal it to you all today too. I'm a part of the team. I've been a part of the team. I do some of the um I do some of the things behind the scene for them with another lady. And I done told people they worry about the lady that uh be on the page when they should be worried about the two that hardly ever say anything on the channel. That's the reason I'm trying to let y'all know when they go live today, it gonna be some how that what's I see his face, Paulie and the man on the motorcycle. They had a show with the motorcycle. And his dad would say, heads gonna roll. I can't think his son was named Paulie and his name was cause my brother got a truck made by them. What's the name of their company? I used to watch them all the time too. They made custom motorcycles for people. Custom. I'm gonna think of it. But they used to make these custom motorcycles. And him and his son to get into it at the shop. Paulie and I forgot the dad. That might be the son name. And he would say, heads gonna roll. I don't know what his name was on that show. But I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna post it on my community wall. But people just crazy, y'all. And in this day and age, it's best to not get like that on social media. Some of this stuff that people do, y'all done ran some of these people out of their whole mind. You got too much time on your hand if you trying to see, like I was sitting on my porch. That's Alabama, Mississippi. I could be down in Florida. I could be living in Texas. How y'all even know my name, Pat? This how crazy people are, y'all. And I know what they doing. I can see it daily when I log off. I can see it on the computer. That people don't know what people kind of technology people that when I'm saying they worry about that lady that be posting on that channel. They need to be worried about them two faces that barely on that page. And I'm speaking because I know I've been doing this for 6 months. Nobody knew it. But now people are about to see who I am, why they call me Auntie, and the type of jobs that I have had. You got to learn to stop this stuff. Lady, you do too much. And then want to play victim. Then want to sit over there and cry. Ah. What that So when y'all hear me laugh, I laugh for a reason. It's just like setting a rat a trap with some cheese or peanut butter on it. If you got a rat infestation, you're gonna set that trap. And it gonna pop. Cause you done got caught. And I'm telling y'all, the people have been lenient with this person. They cause I know what can happen. I've been lenient myself. I don't believe in rah and on no social media. Man, if y'all don't get somewhere and sit y'all behinds down somewhere, it ain't that important. Sit up there making a fool of yourself. Man, but this is a breakfast with a twist. It really is. But I won't do this no more. But I was just fed up with it. Leave stuff alone. Trying to find out what somebody logging in on a computer and doing all this stuff. And then time Google, get on them, YouTube. I'm going to tell y'all what they do. And I know this 100%. They go over there to Team YouTube, different emails, lying, reporting this channel, reporting that channel. They can't report me because I don't do content on other people. They stay on that lady page, y'all, trying to report her. They stay on her page going through all the videos and doing all this stuff. Stay on other content creators' page, going through their stuff and thinking that these little footprints that you leave in the sand won't be traced. Trying to stop this lie, trying to stop this person money, trying to report this content creator. Y'all, and I'm telling y'all, I'm not big on YouTube. And I really don't care about it. It's the principle of privacy rights. And I'm telling you all, if you on your live stream and you go to having issues, I'm telling you to clean your cache, reset I ain't saying like do a manufacturer reset, because if you do that, you're going to wipe the whole phone clean. You can go into your settings. I'm probably going to take this phone and use my other phone and show people how to clean their cache out. Reset your phone. You can do your modem. If you see a difference, that tells you that somebody was trying to on your device. If your cell phone get hot, just like burning in your hand, and not from the sun, that means that somebody is trying to hack your phone. That's the reason I say on those things on Facebook where they be telling y'all how many children you got. I still can't think. Just those little different things. Them be people trying to get you hacked. People would take your stuff, create other accounts, try with PayPal and all this stuff connected to it, using your name. And they be out there scamming left and right. And people can't notice it and people can't see it. But how that agent be waving her hand, here I go right here, I can see it. And that's when I tell people, you got to be careful. Don't be giving out your information online. Don't be answering all these questions you see online. It's a trap, y'all. But I just here to say hello. It's me. I'm a part of these people. And trust me, I have been for For 6 months, I've been in classes learning, editing, and different things on how to make my page better. And like I say, they have been a blessing in my life. But this is it gotta stop. Leave these content creators alone. Everybody know who it is. Just reporting. And got so many emails. Come in my chat. I don't even know you. I don't even know why to bother me. I don't do content on Adrian. I don't do content on none of those people. But it was all because I called this lady my niece. I have several nieces. Not even my blood nieces. I have nieces and nephews. Some people even call me mama because I don't have children. But learn to leave people alone. Trying to find this, trying to find that. You want to be a detective, go to school. That's what you need to do. Go to school. Be a detective. Put that into use. And I don't know why they run over that at YouTube, Team YouTube. These people make so much money, y'all. They ain't studying you. Them people still over there going live. They still getting money. They still getting all that. And instead of them focusing on theirs, they over there worrying about what this one doing. And y'all, I'm telling you, it ain't nothing that I don't know. I'm telling you. When you uh, investigated or under investigation, these are things that you don't want to do. Just like I'm on here now. They can tell this live stream back to my exact location. It'll pinpoint if out in the woods. It'll pinpoint that. It's pings. I done told y'all to go watch Person of Interest. You can Google it. Chat GPT is gonna get a lot of people in trouble. It's not an attorney. It's not the police. It's not. It's an AI device, and even then, it can be wrong. Just like me, when I create my thumbnails, I tell the thing that I use. I say, create me a. Like this morning, I told it to create me a thumbnail. I can talk to it. Team up. Guess what it gave me? It gave me a whole team playing football, and that's not what I wanted. That goes to show you that it's not accurate. But a lot of y'all make that chat GTP thing y'all best friend, and it's going to come back to bite you in the long run. Learn to get on social media and do your content and leave other people alone. Because I'm here to tell you, coming over here was the wrong move. I'm telling y'all, I will inspire you, encourage you to my heart sing. I tell people about my faith because that's what I believe. I told the person that told me I had religion, it's man-made. I don't have religion. I have faith. I have a personal relationship. And that's what it's about. I can't tell nobody else what to believe in. All I can do is share my testimony on what happened in my life. And hopefully by my testimony, it'll reach others. We don't have to have the same faith, but what I share is from my heart and my life experience that I know y'all without a shadow of doubt that he is real. And I was listening at a live stream and I wanted to say something in the comments, but I didn't, about a person said that they was a prophet, a woman. A woman cannot be a prophet. She can be a prophetess, TESS. But a prophet is a man. And I'm glad that the person that was doing the reaction had had the ability to know. Well, they didn't know that a female cannot be a prophet. A prophet is a male. A prophetess is a woman. And I'm glad that the live stream that was going forth had enough knowledge to know the difference. All right, bye, Carter. Have a good day. See, these are the things I'm talking about. That somebody said, "Can you do a flip?" It's just the craziness that people do. And sometimes I address them, and sometimes I leave them alone. But today is not the day to come on here bothering people. Learn to leave people alone. YouTube platform is here for if you like to cook, cook. If you like to dance, dance. If you like to do reaction, react. But sitting up here reporting people, tracking people, using devices, using different apps. There's an app that people probably don't even know. You can put somebody URL in there and see when they log in. And I think a lot of people don't know this, but they can. And that is what that send feedback feature is for on YouTube. Send feedback into them. Like if you want to have a block thing, like on Facebook, if you block, you can't get on those people page, you know. If you they need to change some features up on YouTube. So that's what that send back feature is for. Y'all send in feedback. If you want people where they can't come on your channel, you can block them. There needs to be a private button where your profile is private. I believe in all this. Start sending in your feedback on that. Use that button. Send feedback. Tell them you want block. If you want to play music, send that in. We want to be able to play music without being penalized. I know how to play music and not be penalized because of the classes that I have taken. That's the reason I can play music on here. There's a feature that you know that you can use. You got to use that send feedback button. That's what that button is for. You know, and they will listen to you all. They will really listen. You know, they will listen to you when you send that feedback in. They already are. If you pay attention, they already making a lot of changes. And this is stuff, y'all, that I knew, and I had to hold it in for months. And that lady over that page, they don't know who that lady is. I'm telling y'all. They don't know who she is. And they don't know who she is, y'all. But use that feedback button on YouTube and submit your feedback as to what you want to see. And I'm telling y'all, they'll work on it. It'll get to them. It'll get to them. It's just crazy, y'all. And I apologize to my trendsetter because I don't like getting like this. But y'all, today it's just like when last night I had a meeting with the people, with the team, and we were talking and just seeing the different things and watching certain content creators and how people just target certain people, all because that lady, and I'm telling you, she know how to hold a live. The average person can't do it. I can't do it because I be all over the place over here. But that lady able to hold that live like no other. And there's another lady I watch. She's able to do it. And people mad about it. And all they need to do is go pay attention to their throne as they claim to be. And maybe they'll see a difference. You got to stop this stuff, man. It's too much going on in the world. It's too much going on in the world. Thank you for subscribing, y'all. And I apologize to my trendsetters, but that's what a trendsetter does. We set the trend. We set the tone. We trailblazers. We built for it tough. For it, I need a deal because I just plugged y'all. We built for it tough. You know, we a trendsetter. Phase one. Here go phase one. Financial literacy. Here go financial literacy. And I'm like, what do I have anything to do with this? I don't do reactions. I don't even know nothing like that stuff. POV. And it was just certain little things that were going on behind the scene. And the rat fell for it. You know, God laughs sometimes when the enemy is trying to do something and he go to laugh. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. But he will laugh because the enemy got caught. So when y'all hear me laughing, the enemy beat and got caught. And that's better more to it. That word privacy is there for a reason. But I'm telling y'all, this was breakfast with a twist, a lime. And we'll be back later, I think. I don't know. My family, my lovely niece is moving into her new home today. I'm so proud of her. My niece really could be a doctor. I wish she would go back to school. She could actually be a doctor. She worked alongside doctors. And I'm praying that she would go get her doctorate degree and become a doctor. She's very intelligent. Young couple. They got their own home and they moving today. I'm so proud of her husband. I'm just so happy for them. And y'all can do it too if you start minding your business. You can have some things. Ain't nothing good gonna happen. As long as people bother other people who not bother, ain't nothing good gonna ever happen to them. And trying to mess with me, and I ain't saying I'm the cream. I'm not saying that I'm this and that. But since 1996, you just don't bother everybody. And to that person that thank God not with somebody else because of what they say and how they live, I tell y'all, nobody on this earth is perfect. All of us fall short. I'm talking about everybody falls short. I don't care what nobody try to preach and tell you. The greatest of them fall. The greatest of them fall, y'all. Ain't no man perfect on this earth. We all gonna fall. I tell y'all about how many times I fail. I love God with all my heart and being. But I'm gonna tell y'all, every day you're gonna do something wrong. You're gonna look at somebody wrong. You're gonna eat wrong. And like I said, a lot of people like to talk about what everybody doing. But when it comes to gluttony, overeating, they don't want to talk about stuff like that. I'm telling y'all, that's the reason I tell my testimony. Gluttony, I'm an open book. Gluttony, overeating, it's a sin. But they don't want to talk about that overeating. But they'll talk about uh, God gonna get them for doing this, that. He didn't get you for what you did. So why you think he gonna get them for what they did? That's the type of Christian I am. I'm not going to. Now, beforehand, when I first got saved, now I told y'all I was Paul in the Bible. I was cutthroat. I walked the straight line. I had people going to HELL. I didn't care. That's how I was until God moved the blinders off my eye. And I saw how loving he was. When I say he loved everybody, y'all, he loves everybody. He don't care who you are. He cares about what God really cares about, y'all. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. Is our soul. That's what he care about. That's the reason I'm so compassionate about showing people a different side of what faith is, not what religion is, not what people think Christianity is. I'm here to show people what faith is. And like I say, my testimonies. I'd have had all types of jobs. I'd have been to a lot of places. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, the best place I ever landed was 1996, and it changed my life for the better. And I'm here to tell you today, this Saturday, nobody is perfect, y'all. And even with the person that's doing what they doing, I have to forgive that lady. I have to love that lady. Because it's something in her that she's missing, and she can't see it in herself, y'all. When people are like that, that's what's wrong with them. So to people who are being attacked on social media, it's not you. It's the person that's doing the attacking. It's the person that don't love themselves enough to mind their own business, to tend to their own business, because they don't love themselves. When you love yourself, y'all, you're going to be able to love other people. And you're going to be able to, it's called, I ain't going to say tear down. You're going to be able to use seasoned words, but you're going to build them up. You're not going to tear them down. You're going to build them up. I got a situation right now in my family going on. But you know what? I love them regardless. I don't agree with it, but I love them to my innermost being. And I can't put that person down. I got to love her where she at. I love her. And I wouldn't dare turn my back on her. I wouldn't dare persecute her or push her down. I'm going to love her where she is. And that's what it's about, y'all. These people don't love themselves. And because they don't love themselves, y'all, they pushing that bitterness and they pushing that envy and jealousy. And they letting it control them, y'all. It's controlling them. They don't have peace in their life. And when you don't have peace, you're going to try to bring confusion to somebody else's life. That's the reason I tell people, learn to leave people alone. Ain't nobody stalking. Ain't nobody screen record. Ain't nobody doing nothing. All that stuff be in these people's head. I can't do anything about the person. But what I can do, I can love them. I wouldn't dare be like I was when I first got saved. Persecuting people, telling people, not out of love either. Boy, y'all, it was just because before I got saved, I didn't care what I say, how I said it. I walk up to you, didn't care. I'm talking about, that's the reason I share my testimony, y'all. I know it was the prayers of my mama that brought us out the clubs and the streets. I wouldn't be sitting here in this recliner today had my mama not been praying for us. I was just terrible. And that's the reason, y'all, I share my faith. And that's the reason I'm so compassionate for young people, I believe. I don't want to see young people go. I can't help them all. But if I just help one or two or three or four or five of them, I'm going to be content. And I know that lady going to come over here. I know she is. She probably already in here. I know she going to come over here. And I hope, lady, that whatever going on with you, ma'am, that you find peace. It's not that serious. Stop trying to be number one and just be yourself. That's what's driving you to the point of the things that you're doing. Just be yourself. When you out here not being yourself, y'all, nobody is going to want to be your friend. Nobody going to want to hang with you. Y'all know how it was in school. Nobody wanted to hang with those messy people. You were pushed to the side. People call it cliques. Sometimes it's good to have cliques. You don't want to be over there in all that mess and garbage uh nobody gonna wanna watch it. I don't get it. You doing too much, lady. You need to take a chill pill. Then time they get them letters and notifications. That's when they go to want to play victim. It's too late to play victim then. You have been served. You don't want that to happen. I'm telling these folk been lenient for a minute. Time you get served, you gotta go. You gotta stand before go to court, and you don't want that. It's something going on with you, ma'am. I'm telling you, something going on. But I'm here to tell you, I don't know you, but I'm here to tell you, you need to relax. You letting social media run you rampant. That's letting you know you're in too deep. People be trying to tell Netta and about herself. She don't want to listen. It's going y'all. They doing so much to stay relevant, trying to be number one. She said she an icon. She said she did. She said she that. Just driven. And by the time Netta wake up, guess what? It's gonna be too late. That's what they call. By the time you figure it out, it's gonna be too late. You gotta relax. What that Whitley Gilbert said: relax, relate, release, or relief. You in too deep, ma'am. You in too deep. You copy everything else. You in too deep. You need to go somewhere and get your thoughts together, cause you go look up some things. You in too deep, ma'am. You just in too deep. When I say y'all need to take a break, it ain't that serious. Some of these people create 90 pages just to stay on social media. And see, on TikTok, they don't play like that. They'll cancel you in a heartbeat. That's the reason if you ain't strong, you can't go over there on TikTok with it. They'll cancel you out. They do it in net all the time. Then they kick her off. She have to come back and create another page. There's some more like that. But I'm telling y'all, it's just too, y'all, it's just too much. Trendsetter. This was a different breakfast with a twist. It really was. I've been doing this for 6 months, working and helping, assisting. And if my sister or brother would come in here, y'all had gotten so bad, I had told them don't even come in the chat because I was protecting them. Who cares who somebody's sister is, where they live? Who cares about all that? Anybody tell you your porch is from Alabama and Mississippi just because of a porch? I tell y'all. And then I be on here saying, I'm going to screenshot this, and y'all, they'll still do it. That's what you call the world dumbest criminal. I just don't understand it. And I'm going to give Adrian credit. Adrian is a tough woman. Little do she know it or not. And little credit that they give Adrian. Adrian is actually a tough woman in the inside. That lady tough. She got her ways. Yes, she do. But we all do. And I sit up there and I laugh and know and I shouldn't laugh. See, that's the type of person I am. But I watch people who do content. Truth. I watch Truth. I watch what's her name over there? With that lady knows she got some pretty gray hair. The lady with that pretty gray hair, I watch her. I watch a couple of more people on there. and laugh. And I know I shouldn't laugh, but the content they do, y'all, it be so funny when they do content on it. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Adrian is a tough woman. Adrian is tough. She got her little way, but she tough. I'm telling y'all, that lady tough. They give her a run for her money. And I do. I said, now, Lord, I know I shouldn't be laughing at them saying that stuff about Adrian. But but what they be saying sometimes be the truth. It's just, that's it. You know, I watch Portia. I love Portia. I watch Portia. I watch Bravo. I watch Tasha K. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. But some of it, I watch a lot of crime shows because I love, if you know, I love crime stuff. First 48 and stuff like that. But this was a different live today. I'm going to go back to my normal self. I don't know if I'm going to come back on here. I got the house to myself. I'm finna get off of here and pray and seek the Lord. Pray for this lady. I don't even think the lady that's doing this a bad person. I just think she's just driven by she want to be the number one. And I think that's what's driving this lady over the edge. She gonna drive herself clean off a cliff. These folk better stop. I be feeling sorry for Nelda. You know, I be feeling sorry for her. But again, y'all, it be funny. Now I don't laugh at her appearance. Well, she ain't a he. She ain't a her. She's a he. But again, you respect people and what they call themselves, and that's not for me to judge. And she want to be call herself a she. That's between her and her faith. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's the type of faith I got. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't bothering nobody on what they believe. Because I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. My family, my faith. I'm going to stand up for, I'm going to ride with them. I'm telling y'all. But I don't know, I do know that it's just something about that lady in the inside. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know if she's not happy. But I know one thing, she's driven by power. She want to be up there. And before you get up there, you got to humble yourself. It's okay to do content, but when you go to doing all this, that, and the third, that's too much. That's too much. I don't know why I thought about Adrian when I said that. That lady is, y'all, I'm telling you, they be on old Adrian. But you know what, though? And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. They always compare Adrian. Oh, yeah, and I watch Beloved. And Beloved's life, they sisters. And a lot of people be hard on Adrian. And they'll just glorify Beloved like she the queen. But y'all know what? God said the poor will be with him always. And it's hard. And I told y'all this, and I'm going to keep saying it. And y'all think about this as I'm finna say this like I'm in church. As I get ready to close. It's hard for a rich person to enter in than it is for a poor person. A rich person don't want to give up what they have, and they're going to do whatever they want to do to keep it. Greed is another form of sin. You can want to be so rich. Greed. You'll do anything. And every time you turn around, Beloved got something new going on. Greed. And see, that's one of the issues that I even have with her. That I don't care. Me and my sisters, we used to fight and argue. But we never let that stop us from being sisters. I have sisters that live out of town. We don't call each other step sisters and step brothers. We sisters. And for one to claim They love God so much, but you don't have a relationship with your sister. Y'all, I find issues with that. When you have truth inside of you, you're not going to be able to go to sleep knowing that your sister is in need, regardless of what happened. They say she said something about the lady husband. I wasn't there, so I can't say anything about that because I don't know. But what I do know is that broken fellowship, the word say, if you have or if you think somebody has wronged you, you got to go to that person and make it right. I don't care how much money you accumulate on this earth. As long as you know that there's an issue with your sister, all she doing, y'all, is in vain. You can look it up in the word. And I wouldn't dare lie to y'all. It gonna be so many people fooled. I was this and I was that. But greed kept them. Imagine a camel trying to go through an eye of a needle. Sometimes the thread don't even want to go through there. Y'all let that sink in. Sometimes thread is hard to go through a needle. So think about a camel. He ain't gonna fit through there. Greed. I wouldn't dare let my sister be sitting up there moving from place to place to place. People hurt people, true. And there are a lot of people say, I'm gonna forgive you, but I won't forget. But you have to forgive people. And guess what, y'all? Y'all can forget it. You can leave it alone. I'll never forget the time I was in my car, y'all. I believe I was divorced. And this lady that went with my husband was in the Dollar General. And I went in the Dollar General. I saw, y'all, I couldn't leave out that store until I walked up to that lady and I apologized to her. And she was the one that was going with my husband. But I had to go and he wouldn't let me. And I'm like, why I got to go in Dollar General? Y'all, I wouldn't intend to go to Dollar General. But God knew that lady was in there. And I went in there and she was there. And he said, go over there and tell her, you saw her. And y'all, I did it. So if you got him in your heart, he ain't going to let you go to sleep not forgiving people. I don't care how much money uh, Be Love accumulate, the queen that people put her up, until she can say she forgive her and she can say she ain't going to forget. You got to make that situation right. I had to apologize to my parents because I was so mad how we was raised. Y'all, I'm telling you, you can build a whole kingdom if you don't forgive people. You the one gonna suffer in the inside. And that's like that lady who's driven by that power to be number one. Do your research on what happened to people who tried to be number one and what happened to them. Great was the fall of that person. You don't want to fall. I don't want to see people fall. But when you're driven by power, trying to outdo people, outsmart people, it ain't gonna never work. And I say this, y'all, I'm 57. I'll be 57 August the 5th. I'll be 57, God willing. Because I try not to look to the next day and the day that far up. I take one day at a time. And I just don't want to see that lady lose certain things. I could have been moved. I could have had them. I could have been ended it all. But y'all, I'm not like that. And I say things on here to let the person know, look, you need to stop. You're not invisible. But sometimes you can poke the bear and bother these dogs, and I'm telling you, they're going to rise. They just like chicken. You go to frying, they're going to rise to the top and let you know it's done. You know. I love all some of these content creators. I don't watch everybody, but the ones I watch, I support them. But it's just some of them too deep, y'all. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. I sound like my niece. Now it ain't that deep. It ain't deep. Just learn to mind your business. And I be praying for that lady. Something is not right. Something ain't right. Cause it's not this serious. These platforms got so much money. They ain't worrying about this stuff. I did see this though. MySpace may come back on here back. Y'all, I got a spot on my stomach. It's what they was giving me that blood that is healing. But y'all, trendsetters, don't be like that. Don't bother people that don't bother you. And if you are a Christian, don't beat people upside the head. It make us look bad. The ones who really walk the walk and live it, that out here to tell the next one, you gonna fall, you gonna mess up. Baby, you ain't perfect. Cause if you ain't, they always like to classify the intimate parts of sin. But don't know about, I'm telling you, they don't want to talk about gluttony, greed, uh, what else? Not being clean. They don't want to talk about things like that. Y'all want to know if somebody in debt? Look, if they got a bunch of junk in their stores and it's not organized, they full of debt. I learned that in college, in business. There's a store here, that store so dang on cry, you break your neck going out there. They full of debt. These are things that, little tidbits I give y'all. You can take it to the bank and cash it. I wouldn't lead you wrong. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Because that blood will be on my hand. If I say something and it's not biblically correct, it going to be on me if I lead somebody astray. You don't say nothing to cause another man to stumble and fall. You don't do things like that, y'all, to cause another person to stumble and fall. I had somebody, I don't know the channel, they were saying something about a witch. I don't care nothing about a witch. I don't forgot the channel. They emailed me and said, well, they're a witch. I don't care. They can sit on the head throne and be a witch or whatever. That's not my belief. That's their belief. That's their power. They can't stop the God I serve. I don't believe in sage. I don't believe in horoscopes. I don't believe in stuff like that. I did believe in the horoscopes until my eyes came open. And it's biblical about horoscopes and stuff. I be hearing people, I'm this and I'm that. I act like that because I'm a Sagittarius. I do like this because I'm a Libra. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with no zodiac. That's just your nasty attitude. That's just who you are. It ain't got nothing to do with no zodiac sign. That's just you. Don't put it on the zodiac. That's just who you are. People got to stop this foolishness. The world is being deceived and tricked. And you got to open up your mind and your discernment. And I told you, if you laid down last night and you up this morning, you have to ask yourself, you just didn't go to sleep. Somebody was watching over you. Ooh, I've been on here an hour. But we'll be back to the regular scheduled program with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I got the go ahead this morning. And I was like, what? So, you know, and this is just letting y'all know please take heed. You don't want to lose that platform. You don't want to lose that channel. You don't want to lose it. You want to keep it. Because some people you barking at and messing with, it ain't worth it. Now, I want y'all to have a good Saturday. I'm going to find me some on TV Tubi. Like I said, then probably put on some praise and worship music in this house and pray. Maybe that's what you need to do. Go put on you some praise and worship music. Not no gospel music. Go put on you some praise and worship music, lady, and pray. I don't know what you believe in, but they say, I can't say that. What that my niece be saying, allegedly, it took me when we be doing certain things. And when I hear allegedly, boy, every time I hear it, I holler. But that's all I can tell you on this Saturday morning. I hope my trendsetters have a wonderful day. This was Breakfast with a Twist. We will be back to normal. I probably won't, I'm not getting back on today. I know I'm not. I'm going to go back in and clean my room. I'm probably going to go to my house and do a little cleaning. I need to see where my sister at. My sister got my car. I need to see where she is. And I'm probably going to go to the house and do some cleaning and start moving back to my palace. I really thank my mom and my brother. I've been here a whole month. It'll be a month and 2 days, y'all. I've been away from my apartment. And I'm ready to go home now. I'm ready to go back over there and enjoy my little humble abode. I really am. And again, lady, I don't know who you are, but I love you. I really don't know you. And I hope you find the peace of whatever you need in life. And when you stop trying to be something, that's when it'll come. When you stop trying so hard to accomplish something, it'll come. But when you try to make something happen, it ain't gonna never happen for you. Some of y'all done bumped y'all head so many times you don't never learn nothing. How many times you gotta run into the brick wall before you wake up? How many times you got to stumble? How many times you got to point the finger at somebody else? I said that. How many times you got to stand in that mirror and say, it's me, oh Lord. I am the problem. When you stand in the mirror and you look at yourself, you going to see it ain't the devil. It ain't that content creator. Because when you look in that mirror, you don't see nobody but you. You don't see the money. You don't see the sickness. It's you. And that's what happened to me. I had to realize you not eating right. You're not even taking those shots right. And I couldn't blame the doctor. I couldn't blame diabetes. I had to look in the mirror myself and say, Pat, it's your fault that you sick right now. And I'm going to tell y'all, I did not want to see my family looking down at me in a casket. And that's the reason I started eating healthy and getting fit the rest of 2026. And getting fit just don't mean eating healthy. It means mind the business that pay you. It means leaving people alone so that your mental can stay clear. When you're trying to do all this stuff behind the scenes, running to this page, that page, you losing life. You can't focus on your channel. You can't. Now, I love you trendsetters. Remember, we're trendsetters. We set the trend, we set the tone. We're trailblazers. We paving the way. And the reason I call y'all trendsetters, because I'm one myself. And I've been like that. So to my trendsetters, if nobody told you this week, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're kings and you're queens, and don't let nobody tell you different. If nobody hugged you, I send virtual hugs your way. If nobody told you they love you, I send virtual love your way. Because we're trendsetters, we're trailblazers, and I love you guys.